Once I was going to a geek convention. I was just passing a street, and there was a family, a mom and 3 kids. And one of the kids was pointing at me and shouting that her kid was actually being super rude. So at some point I looked at the kid and I said it, "Don't you think you're a bit rude?" And there was that little girl with her dad and her brothers. And she came to her dad and, Dad, was it why the lady had different eyes? Because I was having my white lens. And I smiled and I came to the dad and I was like, "I'm sorry, but I'm not a lady." And then he was like, "Okay, that's fine." And he thought maybe I was just a woman not identifying with the concept of ladiness. And he was going on with the she. And I said I wasn't a she. And then he looked, okay. And I just felt I wanted to run away because we are questioned, trans people. On a support group for transgender people, I found out a dude who asked, "Hey, I want to shave my armpits. Is that a trend for trans males to have fluffy armpits? Because men are supposed to be more hairy than women." And then for me, what I answered was like, "Guy, do whatever you want with your armpits, but please just remember that if you want to shave, it's because of a norm who say that hairs have to be disgusting." An acceptance for difference are issues that are already settled. Because if we can't realize how narrow we still are, that the cops are nicer with you if you're white than if you're black, that people would behave a certain way with you if they assume you're female, with their body, with their voice, even if they say they see you as a human being. Then I explained in a sculpture meeting why I was doing that, for people to be aware that if you are not identifying as male or female, or if you don't look like what you think you are, you can't pee anywhere. You're like not allowed to pee, it's forbidden to pee for you. I would really like to live in a world where people are just okay with not fitting. But if the world would be full of people who are okay with their gender, who are showing themselves in the gender they want, and not the one they had between their legs at birth, with the sexuality they want, which doesn't have to be linked with their gender. Non-binary, trans and gay and whoever people and black people and different people wouldn't have to be aggressive. Because so often I heard, "Why are you so aggressive?" And I try not to be. And this is why I somehow wear that hat, I think, not as a weapon to hurt people. I want to show people that there's nothing wrong with being different, not the way they think they want to be, according to norms. All my video work, I'm going from one point to another point which isn't fixed. From that, I understood something so important for my work and my life, that a lot of things that we think set in stone are not. This is what I'm trying to convey with my work. I think worldwide there is still the stereotype of women have to be this way, a man have to be this way. We are so filled by stereotypes and not aware of it. And like good people are that way, good musicians are that way. And with being a bad musician, I avoid all those stereotypes because people never bothered in telling me you have to be that way. This is why I'm doing that type of art as a life path. I want them to think, okay, if this is what I want to do and if this is what I want to be, even if I'm the only one, I'm just going to do it.